Good afternoon. Welcome to Simply Business, St. Augustine's small business community. I'm Ashley Chapman.
And I'm Lily Morgan. Our businesses help curate and strengthen our community here in St. Augustine. Today we will sit down and talk with the owners of two local businesses, Bee Hill Farms and Crochet with Passion. You can also look forward to highlights of Strive Restaurant Group, Burroughs Burritos, and Get It Core Fitness.
Here in Florida, we love our share of Southern food. So to start things off, we'd like to introduce Strive Restaurant Group. This restaurant butcher shop duo brings something unique to the table by adding their own French twist to Southern cuisine. Here's owner Chef Brian Whittington to tell you more about the rich history and local cuisine this business has to offer.
I'm Brian Whittington. I'm the owner of Strive Restaurant Group, which encapsulates Chop Shop Artisan Butcher Shop on Anastasia Boulevard and Preserved Restaurant in Lincolnville. Preserved Restaurant, its goal is to basically highlight Southern ingredients. We focus on French cooking techniques, but highlighting what's happening in the South. We focus heavily on service and the guest experience. And then in the back, in the kitchen, we focus on both personal and professional growth as far as allowing young line cooks to figure out how to cook technically and then also understand what's being produced very local. Chop Shop, our butcher shop, focuses heavily on fabrication of every aspect of proteins that we serve at both Preserved and Chop Shop, so knowing exactly where those individual items come from, the farmers that produce them, and then from the moment the animal is born to being brought to us, to the entire relationship going over to the restaurant is what we heavily focus on over there. And obviously the byproduct of having a butcher shop is allowing the community to have a dramatically better availability to high quality products. Preserved Restaurant, in its first couple years of being open, we had a very large growth pattern. So in our first year we got Food and Wine magazine basically came out and named us one of the best new restaurants in the South in 2016. So we had a really quick growth pattern. And Preserved, the building on its own, isn't very big. Looks big, but doesn't really allow for there to be a large amount of prep space. And so in 2018, we actually looked to be able to have a commissary kitchen to provide us with a little bit more room to be able to do prep work to allow the growth pattern to keep happening. And I have a background in fabrication, and then my managing partner, Ben Zimmerman, also has a background in slaughterhouses. And so we actually decided to do a butcher shop, expecting that it wouldn't do well, but the byproduct being that Preserve would benefit from having more space. And so Preserve basically worked very hard for the first 2 or 3 years to be able to have the ability to open up a second location and benefit the restaurant. When we opened up, we got slammed over at Chop Shop immediately as well. So we were very busy right off the bat as well. So Preserved allowed the opportunity to have Chop Shop. At Preserved, we highly focus on the guest experience. Believe it or not, a large majority of people that are in the hospitality industry don't understand that our job is to put ourselves second to the guest, which means everything that the guest wants or needs, we put ourselves second to making sure that they have that. It's literally the definition of hospitality. So we highly focus on making sure that every guest that walks in the door is happy and that their experience throughout the course of dining with us is a very pleasant one and leaves them with some kind of experience or memory that makes them want to come back. And then Chop Shop is kind of an extension of that as well. Whether they're dining with us or eating at home, we could be potentially providing them with an experience at their home that they can't find at a typical store. Based off the quality and the integrity of products that we have there, it allows them to have a more pleasant experience even inside their home. One, the restaurant group it's actually called Strive Restaurant Group. And the reason that word is put into it is based off of we're constantly striving to be better each day. And so one of the biggest things that we're trying to do as a restaurant group is focus on community. And the way that we're going about doing that is based off of, one, understanding the food that's around us, being a part of the culture that's going on around us, and making sure that we integrate into the community as well. So that's our biggest mission.
Quality produce starts with our farms. Bee Hill Farms is a local farm that produces fresh honey, beeswax products, greens, seasonal flowers, and more. Let's meet our first guest, Katie Versaggi, who's one of the owners of Bee Hill Farms. Katie, it's good to see you today. If you could just tell us a little bit about Bee Hill Farms and the services that you provide to St. Augustine.
We are a small farm located in Elkton, Florida, just west of here, and we provide seasonal produce, fresh flowers, and then local honey from St. Augustine and surrounding areas.
Awesome. And then these are the flowers and the honey that you've brought today, right?
Correct. So all of these flowers we started from seed on our farm. Some started back in October, and some actually we started recently, but depending on their bloom time is when they bloom. And then we have some local honey, and then we have some honey orange blossom, which is from some orange groves down in Wauchula, Florida.
Awesome. Great. What type of impact has your business had on St. Augustine and its people specifically?
Well, I think we're pretty unique that we get to provide St. Augustine with fresh vegetables, which here in town there's a lot of big farms, but we're a very small farm, so we get to do lots of little things, which is fun. So we do the fresh vegetables, the flowers, and then also the honey.
Great. What are you and your business's relationships with its customers that are locals? And how often do you do business with visitors, and what's that like?
So our main contact with the locals, I think, would be at the Amphitheater Farmers Market every Saturday. We get to meet them one-on-one and, you know, discuss what's going on at the farm. And so that's really special, you know, the one-on-one contact with the locals. And then I think for visitors, we get a lot of word of mouth hype, I guess, from the local stores and whatnot. But again, the locals are what spread the word, which is the most important. So we're very thankful for their support.
Great, awesome. Do you ever meet any visitors at the market as well?
Yeah, we do. There's a lot of, I think the farmers market has a big draw, and especially in season when all the farms are there is the busy season. So we definitely get a lot of visitors, probably mostly in the fall months, but again in the summer months as well, and we get to provide them with our goodies.
Sweet. In what ways does your business give back to the community?
Well, I think, you know, providing the fresh goodies, but also I think we get to educate everyone about seasonal produce. It's very important to eat seasonal, you know, instead of going to a big box grocery store and getting, you know, avocados all year round. You know, that might not be a seasonal thing for maybe the fall time. But I think just educating people where your food comes from and knowing your farmer, and also seasonal flowers and seasonal honey as well. Right. It helps with allergies, and I think a lot of people need that this time of the year.
Of course, yeah. What personal connection do you have to St. Augustine and the community here? And what other local businesses does yours collaborate with, if any?
So I've been in St. Augustine for a few years. I went to Flagler. I graduated. My husband's family has been here for many generations. So I think St. Augustine is a very special place and a very special community. And I think that's my connection, is just being here through college and living here and now working here and supporting the local community. And then the small businesses, we do a lot of work with restaurants here in town, but we also do a lot of collaboration work as well, using our flowers to dye fabrics. That's a woman's business here in town, which is kind of fun.
Really cool.
And then a lot of other places use our produce and our honey on their menus in their restaurants or even in their stores. So
great.
I think that's a fun collaboration that we can do with other small businesses.
For sure. And where can people find your business?
So we're mainly at the St. Augustine Farmers Market at the Amphitheater every Saturday. That's a great one-on-one where you can come and ask us questions and see what we have to offer that week. And then also we have an online store, beehillfarm.com, and you can buy our products there and reach out to us with any questions that you might have.
Great, awesome. Well, thank you once again, Katie, for coming on.
Of course.
And be sure to check out Bee Hill Farms. St. Augustine is a home to different types of people with different backgrounds. Danny Harmon is from California and runs a local Mexican food truck called Burro's Burritos. His food truck is primarily located on Anastasia Boulevard. For years, they have brought East LA and Mexican cuisine here in St. Augustine. Here's a short video on how Burroughs Burritos brings more flavor to our community.
I'm Danny Harmon, I'm 47 years old, and this is Burroughs Burritos. People always ask me, what do you miss most about LA? And I would always say just the Mexican food. My stepmom was Mexican. She taught me, stuff in the kitchen, and I lived in Mexico for a while. So tasting that food, I knew I wanted to get it as close as possible. Where I grew up, it was predominantly Latin culture. So on every corner there was a good Mexican restaurant, food truck. I wanted a food truck that kind of stood apart from most food trucks that I've seen. If you go to pretty much any Mexican taco truck, you're going to see carnitas, you're going to see barbacoa, you're going to see pollo tinga. I'd say my mission is just to provide the best food that I can. We have like cactus, nopales, so it's a cactus pad. It's like prickly pear. A lot of vegetarians and vegans have been coming in to get that. We make our own salsas, our own chips. We roast our own peppers. We make our own tortillas for our taquitos and tostadas. As far as it comes to what I grew up with, the style taco, the style burrito, it's kind of hard to find around here. Before I was a tattoo artist, I was a cook for about 4 or 5 years in California and Oregon. And so I just kind of came full circle back to it, picked up an old passion. I wanted to do something on a smaller scale than a restaurant. This is a retired trolley, St. Augustine trolley, and I converted it over to a food truck. I think it was built in 1974, but it still runs. I got a really good deal on it. I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. About 9 months ago, I bought it and just started working on it, and it became what it is. So I got a life-size burro on the top and the cactus and stuff, and it's wrapped in Mexican blanket vinyl. I had a graffiti artist, not just a graffiti artist, a mural artist I should say, come down from Asheville, North Carolina, and he did the mural all freehand on the side there, and just wanted it to be loud. I want people to drive by, kind of like an old roadside attraction in the 50s and 60s, like Route 66. You see it, you might not even be hungry, but you turn around to try it anyway, just because the aesthetics, the curbside appeal of it. I want a Mexican to tell me my food's good. That's my most important thing. Yeah, whenever I look out the window and I see some Mexicans or anybody from Latin America in line, and then I ask them how the food was after, they said very, very good. That's my favorite memory. As far as the community, they've been great. Every day we got new faces, and we got our usuals, and they've all been very supportive and helping spread the word. I'm very grateful for it, and humbled by it, because it is a vulnerable thing to start something like this. And I think that was probably one of the most scariest days of my life, is turning that open sign on and seeing people get in line, because people are very picky what they eat. They've impacted the food truck just by being very supportive off the start, and we get people coming back the next day and the next day. And a lot of people from California have moved here in the last few years, and they're always so happy their first bite of the food. They're like, tastes like home, Danny. So that to me is very satisfying. So our food truck, Burroughs Burritos and Tacos, is located on the corner of Carver and Anastasia Boulevard, next to the Alligator Farm. If you've never tried us out, I recommend it. You won't be disappointed.
Welcome back. So far, we've seen businesses thriving under the leadership of some very determined, passionate people. Our next local business aims to challenge the ordinary. Get It Core Fitness is a gym like no other, with unique athletic programming and an obstacle course on site for everyone to use. All are welcome to join and start achieving their goals. Here's owner Joe Rivera with more about how fitness fits into our community.
So my name is Joe Rivera. I'm 55, and I own a functional fitness gym here in Jacksonville, Florida. Get It Core Fitness is a obstacle course racing facility, functional fitness gym, and hybrid training facility. So we provide for Northeast Florida a location that's unlike other facilities in the area where we incorporate a lot of cardio, a lot of circuit type training, and a lot of obstacle course training within our facility. So this facility has provided a big impact for the community because we're the only functional fitness gym that has actual obstacles for obstacle course training. Our members that come here, the majority of them do obstacle course racing, so they have a place where they can actually practice wall jumps, monkey bars, rings, place where they can actually just do what they enjoy doing out there in the sporting arena. Different ways that our business gives back to the community. We provide a location where people can come and like-minded people come and have a place to train, a place to socialize, plan events together. You know, we have a group of ladies that are going to be doing a Ragnar event next weekend, and we just have a location where people can coordinate and figure out what events they want to do next and do it as a group and bring people together. It's more about treating the community as a family. Everybody that comes here gets along really great. We've brought so many different people together that do the same thing that they like doing. So it's important to have that community, family type environment for people to be able to go out and do what they enjoy doing best. It's racing and obstacle course racing and hybrid training and just general overall fitness. So in the Northeast Florida area, St. Augustine, Jacksonville area, I've been here for quite a bit of time. My personal connections with the community, I've done a lot of road racing, so a lot of the members in the area, in the community, know who I am. Everybody knows our facility. They know the name Get It Core Fitness and what it represents out there in the community. We get a lot of people that come in because they've been referred by a lot of our members or have heard about us in one way or another through the local racing communities or obstacle racing communities. So because we're a specialized facility, in other words, we're the only facility that has actual obstacles, and we specifically train on obstacle course training, hybrid training. We definitely fit into the community really well. We're you know, one of a very few locations that does what we do. So Challenge, Ordinary, Reward, Excellence, CORE is what it stands for. What it's about is for the average person to set goals, challenge themselves, okay? Once they complete those goals, they're able to reward themselves for all the effort that they've done and set new goals.
Much like Rivera's business, St. Augustine is a close-knit community, one that thrives as a result of the parts that make it up. And as we've seen today, the Old City's businesses are an inspiring and powerful bunch.
We want to give special thanks to the owners of Strive Restaurant Group, Bee Hill Farms, Bureau's Burritos, and Get It Core Fitness for their part in Simply Business. Communities are built by the businesses within them. And we are so grateful to have such a diverse, rich variety of businesses that help make St. Augustine as magical as it is. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.